Did you know that over 8 million tons of plastic end up in our oceans each year? That's like dumping a garbage truck full of plastic into the sea every minute. But here's the shocking part: reducing plastic alone won't fix our environmental problems. In fact, many of our daily habits are contributing to a much larger crisis. Consider this: the fashion industry is the second largest polluter in the world, right after oil. It produces around 92 million tons of waste annually. When we focus only on plastic, we miss the bigger picture. Our water systems are strained, our energy sources are polluting, and our food choices are harming the planet. In this video, we'll dive deep into why reducing plastic isn't enough. You'll learn about the hidden costs of convenience, the truth behind recycling, and the surprising impact of your food choices. We'll explore practical strategies for conserving water and energy, and we'll spotlight community-driven solutions that can create real change. Are you ready to rethink your role in the environmental crisis? Let's uncover the truths that can help us all lead more sustainable lives. Chapter 1: Beyond Plastic, the hidden cost of convenience. When we think about environmental harm, plastic often comes to mind. But here's a surprising fact: convenience culture plays a much bigger role than many realize. In 2017, a study revealed that single-use items contribute to over 30% of our waste. That's a staggering number. We are so accustomed to convenience that we overlook its hidden costs. Fast fashion is a prime example. Did you know that the fashion industry is the second largest polluter globally, just after oil? It generates around 92 million tons of waste each year. Instead of just cutting down on plastic bags, we should also rethink our shopping habits. One strategy to combat this is to embrace minimalism. By simplifying our lives, we can reduce our overall consumption. Marie Kondo, a tidying expert, famously said, "The objective of cleaning is not just to clean, but to feel happiness living within that environment." Let's apply that idea to our shopping habits. Another approach is to prioritize bulk buying. Purchasing in bulk can drastically cut down on packaging waste. In fact, a 2020 survey showed that 68% of consumers prefer bulk items when given the choice. Local co-ops and farmers markets often offer bulk options for grains, nuts, and more. We can also explore second-hand shopping. Thrifting not only saves money but also extends the life of clothes. The second-hand market is booming, with the resale industry projected to reach $64 billion by 2024. In short, reducing plastic is just one piece of the puzzle. If we want to truly make a difference, we need to reconsider our entire consumption model. Let's stop being mere consumers and start being conscious ones. Chapter 2: Waste not, want not, the myth of recycling. Recycling has long been touted as the solution to our waste problem. But did you know that only about 9% of plastic actually gets recycled? Shocking, right? Many people believe that tossing something into the recycling bin is enough. However, the reality is far more complex. Recycling processes often face hurdles. Contamination, for instance, is a major issue. A report from the National Recycling Coalition indicated that 25% of recycling is contaminated, making it unusable. Instead of relying solely on recycling, we need to explore upcycling, transforming waste into something new. Upcycling can be a fun, creative endeavor. For example, instead of throwing out glass jars, consider turning them into beautiful candle holders. This not only reduces waste but also allows for personal expression. As the designer Eddie Ross puts it, the ultimate goal of upcycling is to get creative while being responsible. Another option is to engage in community cleanup efforts. These events not only remove trash but also raise awareness about waste issues. According to Keep America Beautiful, community cleanups can lead to a 20% reduction in litter in local areas. Educating ourselves on what can and cannot be recycled is also crucial. Many people are surprised to learn that items like pizza boxes and plastic straws often cannot be recycled. A simple tip is to check your local recycling guidelines before tossing items in the bin. Ultimately, while recycling is important, it shouldn't be our only focus. By emphasizing upcycling and community initiatives, we can make a more significant impact. Remember, reduce, reuse, and recycle should be more than just a catchy slogan. It should be our way of life. Chapter 3: Food Footprint. Rethinking your plate. Food choices play a vital role in environmental sustainability. Yet, many people overlook the impact of their diet. A study by the United Nations found that the food system is responsible for nearly 30% of global greenhouse gas emissions. So, what can we do to lessen our food footprint? First, consider embracing a plant-based diet. Research shows that reducing meat consumption can cut your carbon footprint significantly. In fact, going vegetarian can save about 1.5 tons of CO2 per year. You don't have to go all out, even meatless Mondays can make a difference. Another strategy is to support local farmers. When you buy locally, you're reducing the carbon emissions linked to transportation. A report found that food miles can account for 11% of a meal's carbon footprint. Buying from local markets not only helps the environment but also supports your community. Understanding food waste is essential, too. In the US, about 40% of food is wasted, contributing to greenhouse gas emissions. To combat this, meal planning can be incredibly helpful. By planning your meals ahead of time, you can avoid overbuying and wasting food. Additionally, consider composting. Composting not only reduces food waste but also enriches the soil. A home composter can reduce the waste you send to landfills by up to 30%. As environmentalist Paul Stamets said, there's no such thing as waste, only resources in the wrong place. Lastly, educating yourself on seasonal eating is important. Consuming foods in their peak season not only tastes better but is also better for the environment. Seasonal foods require less energy for transportation and storage. In conclusion, rethinking our plates can lead to profound environmental benefits. By embracing plant-based diets, supporting local farmers, and reducing food waste, we can significantly reduce our food footprint. Remember, every meal is an opportunity to make a difference. If you're enjoying these insights, don't forget to subscribe for more tips on sustainable living. Chapter 4: Water Woes. The overlooked crisis. Water is often called the essence of life, yet it's one of the most overlooked resources when discussing environmental sustainability. Surprisingly, about 2 billion people live in countries experiencing water scarcity. This isn't just a distant problem, it's affecting communities right now. One effective way to combat this issue is to conserve water at home. Simple actions, like fixing leaks, can save up to 20 gallons of water a day. That's enough to fill a bathtub. Installing water-efficient fixtures can also significantly reduce water usage. For instance, low-flow showerheads can cut water use by 50% without sacrificing performance. Another strategy is to collect rainwater. Rain barrels can capture and store rainwater for gardening and other non-potable uses. In some areas, this practice can save households up to 1,300 gallons of water during peak summer months. It's a simple way to make use of a free resource while helping the environment. Education is also vital. Many people are unaware of the connection between their daily choices and water usage. A study found that 80% of consumers believe they could save more water but don't know how. Workshops and community programs can help people understand how to use water responsibly. Furthermore, supporting sustainable agriculture is crucial. Conventional farming consumes massive amounts of water, but practices like drip irrigation can save up to 50% more water than traditional methods. This technique delivers water directly to plant roots, minimizing waste. Lastly, we must recognize the importance of preserving wetlands and forests. These natural ecosystems play a vital role in maintaining the water cycle. According to the World Resources Institute, protecting forests can help maintain local rainfall patterns and water supplies. Water is a precious resource we can no longer take for granted. By conserving water at home, collecting rainwater, and supporting sustainable practices, we can tackle the water crisis together. Chapter 5: Energy Inequities. Beyond the solar panel, when it comes to sustainability, energy consumption is a huge factor, yet it's often overshadowed by plastic pollution. The energy sector accounts for about 73% of greenhouse gas emissions in the US alone. So, what can we do to address this critical issue? First, consider energy efficiency in your home. Simple actions like switching to LED bulbs can save up to 75% more energy than traditional incandescent bulbs. This not only cuts down on energy consumption but also lowers your electricity bill. As energy expert Amory Lovins says, the most effective energy is the energy we don't use. Next, think about the impact of your appliances. Upgrading to Energy Star-rated appliances can significantly reduce energy use. For example, these appliances use about 10 to 50% less energy than standard models. It's a smart investment that pays off in the long run. Renewable energy sources are also essential. Solar power is often at the forefront, but wind and hydroelectric energy are also viable options. Communities can harness these resources to create microgrids, which are localized networks that can operate independently from the main power grid. A study from the National Renewable Energy Laboratory found that microgrids can increase energy resilience by 50% in vulnerable areas. It's also important to advocate for policy changes. Support legislation that promotes renewable energy and energy efficiency. According to the International Renewable Energy Agency, investing in renewable energy could create 24 million jobs worldwide by 2030. Lastly, consider the role of community energy projects. These initiatives allow local residents to invest in and benefit from renewable energy. Studies show that communities with such projects have lower energy costs and improved energy access. Energy is a critical piece of the sustainability puzzle. By focusing on energy efficiency, exploring renewables, and advocating for change, we can pave the way for a cleaner, more sustainable future. If you found these insights valuable, make sure to subscribe for more engaging content on sustainable living.